Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigma here and welcome back to another video. So I haven't recorded this video at home, but we're gonna watch it together and comment a little bit on it. So over here we got ourselves, first fight is gonna be DC World Superman. And we're gonna have my boy Flash with him, and we're gonna have Grodd in here for some power generation. As far as I remember, I think I have Dark Metal cards on Superman, so I might be wrong because I haven't seen it trigger on Taggin. So we'll wait for another Taggin. We triggered the Flash special. Oh no, we have Twin Blade. This is the secondary account. On the main account, we will indeed have a fight where we use Dark Metal cards with DC Universe Superman. Here we're gonna use Twin Blades. This is by far my favorite team for this guy. I feel like he really takes advantage of the additional fast tech kits that Flash provides. Over there, I had to stop the recording a little bit because I had to pretend to work a little bit, you know. But yeah, we're back. And yeah, this is by far the most convenient theme. Power generation from Grodd is nice, having Flash there is nice. What I could have done, looking back on it, as far as I remember, I'm not doing a lot of third specials. And I could start doing them, because in theory I do have like some crit chance, because I think I have 2 gears here. But it's not maxed out crit chance, so actually doing that would have been cool. And over here we get Gemstone actually on Grodd, and it's kind of weird. I wanted to talk a little bit about this. In this video we're also gonna have Gemstone Raven in a further fight. So over here 12 mil is peak value that we actually got. We got another stack of Gemstone. And let's watch the damage values. Okay, all the way up to 13 mil, the best value we got. But it's very rarely happening. Maybe a 14 here and there. Get another stack of Gemstone. So 13 to 14 was the peak value of Twin Blade, right? And yeah, this guy caught me with this. This is bad. Again, 14 point something towards 15. You saw a 20 mil value at some point. $13 mil, 23 mil at some point, 24. But the thing is, I have a low level gemstone, to be fair. So with the higher level gemstone, you're gonna get more damage against target. But with a lower level gemstone, if you already have a source of damage against target and actually let it expire here, you're probably better off just staying in the fight with your damage there. And we have kind of 2 damage against target sources in the game. One of them is DC Universe Superman, and one of them is Raven. Yeah, and we will have a Raven fight, as I said, in the future, but I think we would have actually killed this guy with a lot more time left if we just didn't bother interacting with the gemstone. Because there's a mechanic that's, I mean, not a mechanic, it's kind of more or less a mathematical calculation that also is related to how damage is calculated in Injustice Mobile, but you're gonna get diminishing returns from too much of something. As far as I'm aware, crit damage doesn't do that. With crit damage, you don't really get diminishing returns, but there's a cap for it, so you can get more than 500 crit damage anyway. But with damage against target, it seems too, and with damage we knew for a long time, you're gonna get diminishing returns, which means the more of a certain buff you're gonna get, the less impactful the added value is going to be. And with damage against target, nobody knew or cared until we got the gemstone, which was quite a while ago, but I haven't got the gemstone until recently. And it seems that it's also susceptible to diminishing returns too. Because the more you have it, the less it's going to matter getting a little bit more. If you have none of it, like the League of Anarchy, because they have damage against stun targets, which is a different type of modifier, it's going to be actually insane for them. But if you're playing something like Raven or Collector World Superman, unless you have a higher level gemstone than me, then that damage against target is not gonna add that much. Over here we're gonna have Raven with Raiden. I think this guy is crit resistant, to be fair. A little bit of a mistake on my end. I think this guy is crit resistant. So that will lower our damage a little bit. Not doing that much damage, but we have only 1 darkness stack. Also, I didn't really plan on my special 1 being disabled when I entered this fight, so another mistake. That tagging wasn't good, but we got lucky and we were able to chain a combo after that unfortunate tagging. Let's keep combo interrupting here. Get Raven in there. Also, I'm not playing Gemstone the best, because in theory you should, though it doesn't really make sense, because I was thinking that I'm tagging straight into a special, and then I'm wasting some Gemstone duration, because I can't tag Raiden straight in. But if I was tagging Raven a little bit ahead of time, then I would also be wasting kind of the same Gemstone duration, because I would want to do the special at the end of my tag-in, and before Gemstone expires, so we're kind of wasting a lot of duration, and we have lost Gemstone here. Raiden's not critting too much either, which is not helping. Because there's a very high variation in damage that we do here. But we get like 6 mil values or 20-something mil values. Okay, we got incoming damage against him. Though, don't get me wrong, it's not like it's not worth putting on Raven necessarily, because even if I'm at 1 stack and I lose it, and then I'm at another stack, 2 stacks maybe we lose it, at 3 stacks maybe, we don't lose that much. As long as we don't lose darkness, it's fine. We still got something going, and it's better than if we didn't have an artifact on Raven. But in this situation in particular, we would have done a lot better with Dark Metal cards on Raven. Also, I played this like absolute garbage. Like, I'm ashamed looking back on this fight. But yeah, we got 3 Gemstone stacks. We're not really critting much, despite all the damage against Dark that's accumulated here. 24 mil, all the way to 37 mil. But yeah, it's not happening quite often. Okay, that was a bad tag-in. We're just having a bad... No, and he blocked. We're just having a terrible time here, bro. If that tag-in didn't mess up, it would have been fine. You gotta keep in mind for this video that I'm playing them at work with sound off, so it's all a bit hard to do things, and I'm not the most used to tagging from a block on the phone, but I'm getting better at it. I think, I hope, or at least I lie to myself that I'm getting better. But yeah, we got here the Batman Ninja team. We're gonna fast forward the fights a little bit here. We got Dark Metal cards, Batman Ninja Catwoman. Haven't done that in a while. This guy is just crit resistant. He's not immune to lethal hits, so we're gonna do fine here. All we need is the Dark Metal cards. Also, with crit resistance, it's such a hit and miss, because some crit resistant fights are gonna be resisting a little bit of your crits. Like, you have a 75% crit chance, you're probably gonna do crits half of the times, and some, like this guy for example, are gonna pretty much not get crits, almost not at all. So it's weird in that regard. You never know what you're gonna get. I mean, probably if you were enough of a nerd, because this might depend on the character's base stats, because some characters have a base crit resistance. You probably could calculate that for every single boss you're fighting, but who's gonna do that? Let's be real here. Okay, just did... No, I messed up here yet again. But yeah, we got him back in the corner. And there we go. He's dead. Let's move on to some chest openings. Bro, I got so scammed here. I want to get my flash from my main account all the way to 3 stars, so I can actually activate the goddamn passive with third special. So I don't have to do super move. And I was just hoping that we would get enough shards here. And we got full golds. In full golds, 1 legendary drop is a 50 shards. And we actually need quite a lot of shards here. Okay, got another 50. Not enough for a 10 opening. And I'm gonna open a bunch of these. And the game is just refusing to give it to me. I know this might not have been the best choice over here. I maybe should have waited for a sale, but I'm really tired of losing the flash buff on the main account and then having no way to restart it. So I just wanted to try it, but this did not turn out too well, guys. This definitely didn't turn out too well. We got a dead shot over here. We got Raiden in here. And we got Scorpion. I just wanted to play the Raiden Scorpion team. I was like, why not? We haven't played this in a while. We have Dark Metal cards on Raiden. And we got Scorpion as well. Scorpion, I think, benefits from the Raiden buff even while being tagged out, so that's nice. And yeah, it's kind of weird to pop those things, especially against this guy, because he has a little bit of a fast block. I definitely have the damage, but it's gonna take a little bit. It's combo interrupt again. Get Scorpion back in. Third special, get all the weak spots. And then I get hit after the jump attack. I should have tagged out after the jump attack. That was my mistake. Got all the weak spots. We're dealing massive damage over here. For some reason, I didn't manage to tag out there. I think it was my fault, though. And there we go. This guy's dead. Eventually. But yeah, keep in mind, we're on the main account right now, so we switched accounts, and the chest opening was also on the main account. Over here, I messed up, bro. This is 3 times speed. I'm ashamed to watch this. I'm just I was just about to not put it in the video, but I was like, fine, let's do it anyway. But I kind of messed up here with the fact that I didn't take a look at stun immunity. And we're gonna get absolutely humiliated by this guy, because he's going to do a lot of damage to me, even though I'm blocking it. I have a decent amount of passive stats. By the way, passive stats here are not maxed out, because we got the Scorpion Sting maxed out and the Kamidogu Dagger maxed out, but the Scorpion Sting is lower passive stats than most artifacts. I think it's the lowest, I might be wrong. But yeah, tagging in and out, trying to get those stacks. We're not really stacking the Killer Frost passive, and all my characters are kind of dying, bro. I have only Shazam here, and I'm like, we don't have enough stacks, but let's just super move anyway, because I'm probably gonna get killed. But yeah, there we go. Here we have my boy Batman. Bro, he's so nice to play since we got the update, and the enemies are not jumping out of hazards anymore. Hold on a second. But yeah. It's insanely good that the enemy is not jumping out of hazards, because previously you'd have to back away and the enemy would just try to spam ranged attacks. And in trying to back off and spam ranged attacks, I get the feeling that they were kind of dodging some of the dot values. Now they're just hitting towards you, which is fine. You just do this and you're gonna do well. We're probably gonna use this soon against a full health fight, because I want to see how this is going. I think last time I used that guy was against also, I have no idea why all of a sudden we have absolutely no audio here. Like, it's literally the same recording, which I cut between the fights. We actually, bro, the audio is actually behind. Okay, I'm gonna mute this. I have no idea why the audio is behind. I just hear the audio for the goddamn start of the fights. That was weird. But yeah, over here we got my boy with Dark Metal cards. And yeah, this was a little bit of a wake-up call, because I was like, yeah, this guy can do 2 billion damage with anything. But when I did 2 billion damage with Dark Metal cards, with quite a lot of time left, I actually had maxed out passive stats. And now we don't, and we're actually gonna feel it. This guy gonna take a little bit. And my boy Flash here, still able only by super move to activate his goddamn passive. Let's hope we don't lose it, because there's no way we're activating that again. I'm so mad about that chest opening. Just so mad. Okay, just spam a little bit of hits, special 1. And we're just hitting him at this point. Since we got Dark Metal cards, we don't need to do third special for anything. We get guaranteed crits anyway. The flash buff is maxed out. And we're just gonna hit him. Gonna spam special 1 on 40 hits, because it's decent damage and this short enough animation. Did it a little bit too soon here. Yeah, 2 combos into a third special. 32 mil is no joke. Like, we do a lot on the basic hits, but the animation is short enough and the damage is high enough to definitely be worth doing. Combo interrupt again, special 1. And yeah, we're dealing damage, but he's also quite healthy. It's definitely gonna be a little bit of a close one. Also, I think we got one more fight after this. But yeah, it was a lot closer than expected. A little bit of a wake-up call on not having maxed out passive stats with Dark Metal cards. And this is going to be a Constantine fight, and we're just going to use Constantine over here, plus Raven and Swamp Thing. This guy is crit resistant, and we have no way to bypass that, because Constantine is just that guy. He's going to absolutely destroy this man without having any need to bypass his crit resistance. Just combo interrupt here. Get Raven in there, another special 2. We also don't have access to special 1, which is yet again quite annoying. We're probably going to switch to doing third special soon. Just push him to the corner. Everything is kind of in our advantage here, because the more the fight goes on, the more damage we're going to deal. You might look at this and be like, yeah, Constantine has no way to finish this, but Constantine has not even gotten started yet, my dudes. As he gets lower on health, you'll see that our damage values are just getting higher and higher. Okay, that was a bad tagging, but we're fine. We'll up to 35 mil on the good hits. And now we're absolutely destroying him. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.